So we're recording now.
All right.
So you need to be. I have Fiona here with me. Notice I didn't use your surname because, I don't want to have it spread amongst the internet to our wide audience.
No association.
No, and I don't want it to be, out there and people, once you hit fame and fortune.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They don't want you to be inundated with your fans.
Yes.
So I welcome Fiona to the microphone, and we've just been discussing the microphone and similar to Fiona's setup at home, but
I quite like that it's blue. I wish mine was blue.
It's I think you were saying you've got a silver one of some sort. Is it the same as this one?
Yeah,
this other one I'm using?
It's the ones that are in the music rooms, I think.
Okay. Well, it does good quality sound, although I did have a lovely chat with Mr Love a couple of weeks ago, and now I actually think the Yeti, blue Yeti, is far superior.
I think Yeti just sounds cooler.
It does sound cool, because do you have a name for this?
No,
it's just a silver mic.
It's my microphone.
It's your microphone. That's right. Well, look, all those niceties aside, Fiona, I was fascinated to learn talking with Mr Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was before Christmas or winter break or just this term, and he talked to me about a performance.
Yes.
Well, what is it? What is it you're wanting to do without giving away too much?
Because it's going to be, I'll give you the genre. It's a comedic musical.
Right, and so we've got Hollywood. We've got a huge audience, obviously, but we've also got a huge cast. Is that right?
Yes. No, it's actually me, myself, and I.
Right.
I will be playing everybody and everyone. You'll see me jumping on different sides of the stage, pretending to be something else. Well, we'll see.
So me, myself, and I.
We don't have an official title for it yet.
It doesn't matter. But it's
going to be a one-woman show.
One-woman show. So what did you say? A comedy? What did you say? Comedy musical.
A comedic musical.
A comedic musical. One act play or one person play.
It's a one person play. I think. It's like 1.5 acts.
Okay. And where did this inspiration come from? Why do you want to do it as a single person? Why?
Nobody else signed up, for starters.
Well, as they say, necessity is the mother of all invention.
Yeah, I mean, chess kind of took over, the Queen's Gambit, all of that. So, I kind of lost some possible co-stars there. But you know what? It's me, myself, and I. It's a one-woman show.
It's terrific. And how long are we talking? I mean, is it? I mean, what's the length performance are we looking at?
Probably around 40 minutes.
Wow.
Maybe a little longer.
Okay. And is it going to be at school here? Is it going to be live streamed, or what's going to happen with it?
I want to have it live with people here at school.
Okay. Well, let's hope.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah,
really hope so.
Yeah, we're crossing our fingers, by the way, because no one can see us because we're talking. But anyway.
Kind of forget about that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we can get some people here. I know there's going to be a limit, and it's not going to be the biggest, grandest show I want. But then again, it's a production written by Johnson and I, and he's pretty much the entire crew, and I'm the entire cast.
That's good. Are we going to start seeing some sort of promotion or advertising for it appearing around school, maybe after spring break?
Probably.
Okay.
The PTA, we're hoping to get them involved as well.
Nice for the food and promotion aspect.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. And here at school, obviously, the when you actually present it and perform, have you worked at the venue as to where you're going to perform?
We want to use the entire building.
The entire building. So the audience will follow you.
Yes, everywhere.
A mobile audience.
No, so it'll probably be in the hall.
Okay.
Or maybe the gym if we need to spread out a little more.
Sure.
But we do want to use the entire building. It's going to be a little bit of an experience.
And so you would perform and people would watch, and then you'd move to another. Well, actually,
I won't give away too
What's
much.
that look on your face? It's very. I don't want to reveal anything.
Oh yeah.
Is that okay? No, that's good.
It's going to be very interesting.
Good.
I think that if you are going to be part of the audience, you want to come prepared.
I'll be prepared. Don't worry about that. And have we got a date for it yet? I know we talked about it, I think with you and Mr. Johnson a couple of weeks ago. Have we got a date at all finalised yet?
I'm hoping for mid to late April.
Okay.
Possibly early May, depending on what's going on, because Johnson and I both have a very busy schedule.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I think once it's decided, we'll get lots of advertising about it, and the more the merrier to come along and support your performance. Fiona, it's been great having this conversation. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
No worries. One of the benefits of working in an international school is that you come across people from all different parts of the globe. And occasionally we get someone from the great continent of Africa.
Indeed.
And with a very famous African name in terms of Kruger.
That's me. I don't know if I have a relationship to the famous Kruger.
Well, how many Krugers are there in South Africa?
There are many. When I remember back when I was still a young lighty.
What? A what?
A lighty.
Is that a South African phrase?
It is a South African
What does it
phrase.
mean?
It means a little boy or a little kid, a lighty.
Oh. We didn't even introduce who you are. Who am I talking to?
Well, I'm
Mr. Kruger.
Mr. Kruger.
Who works in the... Works where?
I work at ISB. I am the whole school librarian.
You are?
I am. That is it. And I'm also the manage back coordinator.
Yes. We absolutely love and appreciate the manage back coordination.
The coordination is I'm coordinating. It is happening.
You're following
there is coordination happening. It is for sure.
So back to the lighty.
Lighty, yeah, I was a little lighty. That's what people would call you if you're a small...
So you grew up, spent most of your life in South Africa?
In South Africa.
South Africa. What language were you speaking then?
It was... Back then I was still speaking Afrikaans.
Were you?
Yeah, so my name is Richard Kruger. That is actually how you say my name. Yeah.
I'm going to struggle because I had the same problem with Mr. Venezuela.
Venezuela, he had rolling R's.
Yeah, and he had Jesus in there, which is
Jesus,
impressive. Yes, Jesus, which is impressive.
That was good.
So when did you learn to speak English then? Did you do it at school?
I have a distinct memory of learning English around age 6 from the television.
Really?
So, my mother might take offense to that, but I think that's what happened. I think I just sat myself in front of the old cathode ray tube, the Blaupunkt.
So the Blaupunkt.
I think we had a Blaupunkt.
Yeah. Good German brand.
Yes, and it was huge.
Wow.
It had very physical.
But did you have colour or was it black and white?
No, it was colour.
Wow.
It was colour.
So you're not that old.
Hey?
You're not that old. So
I'm not like you, Mr. Roland.
Oh yeah.
I know that you grew up with black and white, and when the world was still black and white.
No, we grew up in South Africa without any television. We only had the radio.
Yes, but my mother would have lost her mind because we were very difficult children. So
we don't need to go into that right now. but no, I grew up with radio, and the show that I used to listen to and love was called Blitzpatrolling. Used to love that show. It was the most awesome radio show, Blitzpatrolling.
Yes, that sounds good.
And every second night was in Afrikaans.
Right.
So I'd watch the episode because I'd listen to it, I should say, in English, and then I'd get into it. And then the next stop was in Afrikaans. I didn't speak Afrikaans.
Well, so we were actually, because it was sanctions and things.
Apartheid.
And we had our kind of crazy government. We'd get TV shows from. Somehow they would wangle it that we got some TV shows from the States or whatever it might be, but they'd be dubbed into Afrikaans because it's the language of the country or whatever. And what we could do is we would tune in on the radio to Radio 2000, I think it was,
right,
and it would provide you with the original sound.
In Afrikaans?
In English.
English, okay.
So what you would do is you'd start the TV show you'd start the show on TV.
Yep.
and you turn down the volume, but you turn up the volume on the radio,
cool.
so that they broadcast the original soundtrack on the radio. So we'd listen.
How did you get them synced? Because that must have been tricky.
That was up to them, because you're just getting 2 signals, right?
Yeah, of course.
We don't choose. It's not these days how you choose. You can't buffer anything. You just get what you get.
Push play.
If they're not synced, they're not synced. It's too bad, And,
wow. And so you grew up in South Africa. Where'd you go from there? I mean, you've obviously spent some time in the UK. So after school, man, I didn't really have a plan. I just wanted to kind of go and do things. So I traveled. I went to the States. Actually, after school, I took a year just in South Africa, working, doing nothing. Good.
Wasn't ready for university.
Yeah.
And then after a year, I went abroad to America, where I worked on a ski area. I did that for 4 or 5 months, and then I traveled around the US for 2 months. I did about 20,000 kilometers on a Greyhound bus. It was amazing.
Really?
I would plot I had no plan whatsoever.
Sure.
I'd plot my route every night. I'd go to the Greyhound bus station, and I'd sort of estimate 8 to 12 hours journey.
Yeah.
And I'd say, okay, now I'm going to go to this city.
Wow.
Get on the bus, try to sleep on the bus. Next day I'd get off.
Did you do a circuit, or did you just do whatever pattern, wherever the bus was going?
So it ended up being sort of a small circle and then a big circle.
Okay.
And a fascinating experience. I mean, America, when you're in America and you're traveling to all these different places in America, you get quite a picture of the place. And also when you're traveling by Greyhound bus, it is
I don't know how you did it.
There are some very interesting characters
I'm sure there are.
that join you for those bus rides. It was quite an experience. It was good.
That's that's amazing. I mean, to do that, and it's really nice to learn something a little bit about you. You've only taken us up to about age 21. So
yes.
There's a few more years to go. But what I'd like to do is to save it for the next time we have a chat.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't even get to ask you the question, how did you end up in South Korea? But we'll save that for next time and a later episode. Mr. Kruger, that's how I pronounce it. Maybe that's false or wrong.
Kruger.
I don't know how you do that. No. I've been out of the country too long. But wonderful to catch up. Love you to talk, and we'll speak next time.
Thank you, Mr. Roland.
It is with absolute great pleasure that I welcome to the Secondary Podcast, and I've got Jaden, and I've got Kathy, and I've got Charlotte, and I've got Shia, and these 4 legends were involved in the ISB Film Awards. Shia, do we call them the Film Awards or Movie Awards? What were they called?
I think it's called the ISB Film Festival.
The ISB Film Festival, of course. And you guys were all entered into it. Kathy, tell me a little bit about your experience involved in the ISB Film Festival.
So first we tried to come up with a lot of ideas, but it kind of got pushed because we weren't allowed to go to each other's houses. Oh,
because of COVID, yes. Of course, I hadn't made that connection. So when you say developed a lot of ideas, did you brainstorm, or how did you do it?
Yeah, we brainstormed a lot, but all of those ideas we had to meet, like physically.
Yeah. So did you meet somewhere and have a conversation, or how did it work out, or did you have a Zoom conversation? How did you do it?
We had Zoom.
So you brainstormed over Zoom?
Yeah. No, we brainstormed at school, and then we brainstormed at school, and then we had an idea, and then we made a script for it. But then we didn't like it, so we made another script, and then we made a whole new idea, and then we did it over Zoom.
Okay. Charlotte, how did you find the experience? Was it fun? Did you laugh a lot? Were you nervous? How did you feel?
Well, at first I kind of felt nervous because, it was my first time doing a movie, and then I was also kind of nervous because we had to film it via Zoom, and there were a lot of technical difficulties. Like Kathy kept on lagging.
That's good, but I'm glad you laughed. Jaden, how many times did you have to go through it to get it right? Because we saw the finished product, But did you have to do it once or twice or 3 or 4 times? How did you find it?
Well, we sort of just pushed like working on the movie to like near 2 weeks till the deadline.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah, so then we had around 2 weeks to record it, and then we'd meet up after school every day at around 6 p.m.
Wow.
And then we'd rehearse a lot, and then we recorded like at the final week.
So how long were you rehearsing? So Kathy, you were just after school at 6 o'clock? Like for how long did you rehearse for?
Maybe about 30 minutes to an hour.
Did you really? And you did that, you did that every day for a couple of weeks, or how often did you do it?
We did it every day at 6, but then we also did it at morning break.
Morning break as well. Well, to be honest, guys, it was very funny to watch. But Charlotte, how did you feel when I said, right, we're going to show it during homeroom? What was your initial reaction to that one, Charlotte?
I didn't want it to be shown.
That's right.
And that feeling was shared by everyone else.
Because I thought we were just going to like show it to the PTA, and then they would just choose the winner. I didn't know it was going to be shown.
So Jaden, how did you feel when you knew that we were showing it in homeroom and then it was going to be shown to everybody in the school? How did you feel?
Well, I wanted to cry. And like every day during lunch, there's this one guy that keeps coming and making fun of us for the movie.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you guys were successful because you guys did it. And it almost didn't matter what other people thought. All 4 of you were superstars because you did it. You put yourself out there and you had a go, and it was absolutely awesome. But that's terrific. Has anybody else got anything else they'd like to add to just to wrap up this conversation? Yes, Jade, go.
Well, during recording, Shia was making funny faces in one of our final recordings. But if we edited that cut out, then that would cut out most of our dialogue in that part. So we had to keep it in for like a split second.
We would like to see the outtake, wouldn't we, of all those hilarious moments that it didn't work. That would be funny, I would imagine. Charlotte, did you want to say something?
We called it ISB her face.
But at the end of the day, it was fun. You did it with laughter and you did it with 4 friends. So well done, guys. Congratulations. Kathy, something else from you.
Oh, also, when we were doing the introduction, we actually made an introduction, but it was half the movie. So we had to do it again.
Yeah, my dad was like talking too much. And then
That's unusual for your father to speak too much.
It is?
No, it's not.
So he was talking for like half the movie, so we had to do it again.
I understand. I think we all understand that, Chia. Girls, thank you so much for coming in. It's been lovely to catch up with you. And again, congratulations from all of us for being involved in the ISB Film Festival. Did I say that right, Chia?
I think so.
I hope so. Thanks, guys.